Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Siti Alapaujiah. I'm from class B3 2019 and now I want to presentation about cultural perception on environment and global context. Intercultural communication is deeply embedded in the values and belief system of diverse cultures. Values and beliefs frame the way in which one's environment is perceived, is acceptable and unacceptable. Norms of behavior in a specific environment are conceived of as well as the manner in which communication is sent and received. Environmental factors affect the way people send, receive, interpret, and respond to message. The perception of various cultures of their environment depend on their worldviews. Worldviews, the way an individual or group views the world around them impact directly on the relationship that they have with their environment and on the way in which their environment affect their communication. What do we mean by environment? Environment refers to a number of different things and consists of several components. For example, Knapp and Hall claim the environment refers to the natural space around us and includes the geographical space, the atmospheric condition, and the location. Further, it also includes the architectural and design features such as shape, color, structure, design, layout, and movable objects, and it also refers to the presence and absence of other people. The environment also influences our emotional reaction. The environment contributes to how excited we are and how alert or active we become emotionally, and they also affect our satisfaction and pleasant emotional state. The environment creates a comfortable or uncomfortable state where the purse is where we are in control and able to interact dominantly because we feel the freedom to behave as we want or in a way that natural to us. Environment with lower information load provide more supportive and positive experience, while environment with higher information loads create high levels of anxiety with more negative perception and behaviors. Relationship between culture, environment, and worldview. Sudirman claimed that worldview in relation to the region is often the core of conflicts. The cultural worldview contextualizes the importance of their environment, and it becomes the main basis on which they build relationship between their culture. Diverse culture respect that natural environment in different ways. The fact that culture relations with nature are tied to culture means that culture perspectives are deeply embedded in the way culture groups view nature. Cultural orientation toward nature determines how people in that culture communicate about nature and how they organize their daily activities around nature. Often, the physical and climatic aspect of nature can limit the types of activities that occur. Altman and Simmers categorize three cultural orientations that are different from nature. First, people who are conquered by nature live in the mercy of an uncontrolled force. Second, humans as nature with a strong belief that humans can dominate exploit, and control nature. Third, humans as a natural part of nature, where humans, animal, plant, and other elements can live in harmony in interdependent ways. These three orientations are effective ways of survival are important assumption about people environment relationship. It's no better than the other Nunes, Mahdi, and Pupma 2007 cultural and social dynamics show that even within a society or cultural, there are people who hold one or two or a combination of three orientation, all depending on the situation and environmental factors. Cultural views about their natural environment also influence the way they use and design their artificial environment. For example, cultural communities adapt their artificial environment to their world view of nature, and this is seen in how they design the landscape, lighting, and architecture of their homes. In addition to economic and political consideration in designing buildings to meet their specific needs, cultural values and motivation play an important role in the design of their dwellings. While exterior design takes into account landscape and other natural space issues, interiors are built to meet cultural values and beliefs about family, privacy, gender roles, social interaction, and religion practices. Cultural perception about their environment and interaction between individuals and groups. The influence intercultural communication in various ways. Intercultural communication is complicated by various environmental factors that influence that way communication is sent and received. Distance and time play a role in the effectiveness of communication. Cultural world views and perspective add a further dimension to communication meetings. Conclusion: cultural perception of environment affects communication meetings and interaction between culture in a number of ways as illustrated in the discussion. Cultural diversity and cultural worldviews is in a global context certainly contribute to more complex culture dynamic at the global level. It is important to consider the complexities of intercultural communication in a global context before drawing conclusions about the success and or failure of intercultural communication interaction. Okay, for that I think this enough. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.